We're mushroom hunting in Sarasota Springs. It's a little cold though.
Yeah, it's too cold to look for mushrooms.
There's no mushrooms. We gotta keep walking.
Welcome to the Creatives Collab, hosted by me, Jessie from Urban Legends Antiques, Crafting with Indiana Jones, and Robin's Buys and DIYs. We are doing springtime DIY mushroom decor. So let's get started. I wanted to make some decor for my booth that I could also sell. So I went to my local thrift store and I got a couple of tall, thin containers along with some cute hats. And my idea was that the hat would be like the top of the mushroom and then the container would be the stalk. So let's see how it goes. As always, I'm using my Chalky Chicks paint. This time I'm using salt flats and I'm going to paint the outside of the hats. Now that I've got this beautiful, luxurious jar of paint opened, I'm going to set it aside and spray my brush down so that way it will accept the paint, and then I am going to just get in and start painting. Halfway done, and I'm only going to paint the outside of this hat because I still want to be able to wear it or sell it to someone else to wear if they want to. Now that this hat is painted, I'm going to move on to the next one. This is a little child's hat. I'm giving it a good spritz of water just so that way the fibers will hold the paint really well. I chose this hat because I liked the shape of it. I liked that it had a little bulbous top and then that cute little rim. To me, it looked like a little mushroom. Okay, I've got to let the paint dry overnight.
Seems like there would be mushrooms here though. Right? Seems like the perfect spot to hunt mushrooms, but not right now. It's too cold.
Back to the collab. I have this cute little book of mushroom paper, and I'm going to use this along with some of my JRV decoupage paper to decoupage the top of this hat. This paper is from JRV and it's called Scientific Butterfly. You can buy it on my website. And in addition to butterflies, it has little caterpillars and like the little cocoons that the butterflies come out of. And then this paper is technically not decoupage paper, it's craft paper, but I love all of the little vintage mushrooms on it, so I'm going to use this as well. I've got my decoupage medium out and I've got a little brush and I'm ready to decoupage. So first up is one of the little caterpillars, and it's long and kind of thin, so I'm putting it along the base of the hat. I have a different caterpillar that I'm going to put on the opposite side of the hat on the base as well, so it kind of matches the other side. And then I'm using this tiny little brush to decoupage with just because I have these delicate little pieces out. A lot of times I'll use like a bigger decoupage brush, but for this tiny little baby caterpillar, I wanted to use a smaller brush. With larger pieces of decoupage paper, I like to paint half of my surface, put the decoupage paper on it, and then I'll decoupage over the top, and that's to prevent bubbling. Here's my progress so far. Let's keep going. Because this craft paper is thicker than traditional decoupage paper, it required a lot more of the decoupage medium to get it to adhere and lay nicely onto the hat. But I was prepared for this already just because I knew that the thickness of it wasn't going to be like a normal piece of decoupage paper. So I had made a lot of my decoupage medium to do this hat with.
Did you know that this video is part of a collab with other fabulous creators? Watch all of the videos in the collab and don't forget to watch through to the end of this video so you can see the rules for the giveaway that we're doing.
Almost done, and now I'm using my smaller little pieces to fill in any of the holes on my hat. Now that I've got it done, I'm going to set it aside and let it dry. I'm going to let it dry overnight because there's a lot of glue on it. I'm going to try a different style on the smaller hat, and I'm going to paint little circles on it to make it look like a mushroom. I don't know what kind of mushroom that is, like the little traditional polka dot mushrooms. But first off, I want to enhance the little face that I had painted over. So it's going to be a friendly little mushroom hat, hopefully. I'm using Emmy's Red to make the little polka dot dots all over the mushroom hat. Now that I've got the red dots down, I'm going to just put a black ring around each one. So this was honestly really hard to do. The weaving on the hat was kind of fighting against me when I was trying to paint the black ring on it. And I really hate to say this, but it looks like there is like a bullet hole in the middle of my mushroom hat. So I'm gonna have to paint a different color on here as well. For my other color, I'm choosing pistachio. It's a fun and funky neon green. And I'm just gonna start putting polka dots all over the hat to try to distract from the other ones. Okay, now that I've got that done, I'm going to outline each one with bee's knees. Bee's knees is a very vibrant, mustardy kind of a boho yellow. And so now my hat has kind of a hippie 70s look to it. I like this look much better than the Target practice look I had earlier.
There's a hot spring back there. People are swimming. It's cold. For my final DIY, I am once again using salt flats, and I am painting the outside of this wooden box that I would collect mushrooms in if I could find any. I'm returning to my craft paper, and I found this beautiful mushroom picture, and there's two of them, and they almost perfectly fit the outside of my wooden bin. So I tore them out of the book, and now I am tearing the edges of them for a more organic feel. I think this is going to be so pretty. I like how it looks, so I'm ready to decoupage. That's pretty cool. That is pretty cool. All right, I'm going to do the same thing to this one. It's torn along the top. I'm just going to tear along each side and the bottom. I want to have like a little bit more of an organic look. Just like this. Let me finish the rest. I've got my decoupage medium on the bottom, and now I am placing my craft paper on top, and then I'm going to decoupage over the entire top of it. Because this is a larger piece of paper, I paint half, I lay the decoupage paper down, and then I paint the other half, and then I smooth it all out to try to prevent any bubbles from happening when it dries. It is a thicker paper, so I'm adding some extra decoupage medium to the edges just to make sure that it doesn't lift. I'm doing the other side of my mushroom bin. I'm trying to make sure that it's centered right in the middle, and I'm pressing it down smoothly but gently. I don't want the paper to tear or to shift too much. It looks really good. I think it looks really good. Comment below if you think it looks good. Now that I've got both sides down, I'm going over the whole bin with my decoupage medium that I've added a little bit of clear coat to because I want it to seal and hold really nicely, and I want it to be waterproof. At this point, you may be thinking I've ruined it because I have like this white streaky look over the whole thing, but it will dry clear and it will be beautiful, I promise. I'm just going to add a little bit of clear wax to the top of this hat because I want to put a little bit of some antiquing wax on it, and I want to be able to control how much of the antiquing wax goes down. So first step is clear wax. Once I get that down, I can add the antiquing wax, and I can control how much of the wax goes down. If it's too much, I can wipe it back. If I don't like it, I can almost erase it now that the clear wax is down. But I think it looks really good, so I'm going to leave it. I think it looks very cute. Comment below, what do you think? Would you wear this hat to garden? Now I'm going to add clear wax to my fun and funky little mushroom hat. I've successfully collected some mushrooms. Now let's go enjoy them. This collab was so much fun and it stretched me creatively. I tried out 3 different styles and I really like all of them. The favorite one, I don't know. I like them all. Which one do you like? I'm Jessie from Urban Legends Antiques, and thanks for coming along for the ride.